Welcome back to Daily Riot. Today we're breaking down a CNN report, which is absolutely absurd. The beauty of it is it's exposing what treacherous snakes these people are. And it's actually beautiful to watch because apparently CNN hasn't learned their lesson. I mean, wasn't it like last week they got busted freeing a terrorist torturer from Assad prison? Yeah, they did. And they actually tried to first portray it looking like they were rescuing a poor victim of the Assad regime. But then it turns out they released a torturer. So that's the same CNN right now trying to tell us this. Let's go ahead and watch this.
Elon Musk's government shutdown, a sentence that even a year ago would have seemed completely bizarre, but not now, not after images like that. Because the man who has been by Trump's side nearly every day since the election and since that moment at a rally is pushing the country to the brink of a shutdown. He is going after the House Speaker's funding deal just days before the deadline. Speaker Mike Johnson has spent weeks negotiating a deal with Democrats, doing what lawmakers are doing, horse trading, negotiating.
Oh, so they were just doing what they normally do, which is screw the American people. Gotcha, check. And so Elon is trying to stop them from screwing the American people. Gotcha. Isn't that what we voted for Trump and Elon to do? This entire dream team we put into the White House, they're doing exactly as the people wanted. So what exactly is wrong here? Oh, is this something that's bothering you? Oh, well, let's continue watching this. This is beautiful. This is actually like a meltdown, but they're like trying to hold it together and make it look like everything's just fine. But they're actually melting down.
And of course, he needs Democrat support to pass anything in the closely divided House that he faces. And it was Musk who stood up and said, no way, firing the first shot. Just hours after Johnson released his bill, Musk posted this on his social media platform: "This bill should not pass." And then he posted a photo of the bill with the caption, "Ever seen a bigger piece of pork?" Then he posted, "The more I learn, the more obvious it becomes that this spending bill is a crime."
Yes.
And a threat, quote, "Any member of the House or Senate who votes for this outrageous spending bill deserves to be voted out in 2 years." Well, he has the money to primary them, doesn't he? Then he posted again, "No bill should be passed Congress until January 20th when real Donald Trump takes office." None.
Absolutely.
Zero. Well, that, of course, definitionally means a shutdown. You can't move the dates on some of these things.
Very good. You understand. So none of this is actually a mistake or an accident or a goof. Do you understand that this is what we want? This is what the American people want. We're tired of all of the gaslighting, the overspending, and stealing our taxpayer money to spend on whatever you guys feel like spending it on, and CNN to be covering it up for them. So, I'm sorry, but I'm not really sorry. Oh, what's going to happen? Some government employees aren't going to get paid? Oh, too bad, too bad.
It's in a long one. The deadline to pass the spending bill is this Friday at midnight. That's a full month before Trump takes office.
That's tonight.
And on a day when the Dow plunged more than 1,100 points and marked the longest losing streak since 1974, let's just be loud and clear who's in the driver's seat here.
Well, the reason why the Dow Jones fell is because of Jerome Powell. So he's trying to destroy the economy for the next however many years he possibly can, starting a market crash now, so that as we move into Trump's administration, he believes, because he's on his way out, okay, Trump doesn't want him, nobody wants him there. He knows he's on his way out. He's a walking ghost. And so he's trying to cause as much damage as he possibly can before he leaves. So that way they can be like, oh, you see that? Trump's economy sucks. That's the goal of what Jerome Powell did a few days ago. He basically got up and said, oh, the inflation, it's so bad. It's worse than we thought. Everything was fine up until that point, but he just decided to just pull that ace out of his pocket and be like, oops. And the stock market started crashing. But hey, that's nothing new. Jerome Powell, every time he shows his face on TV, the stock market crashes. So nothing new here. But you know what? Trump, every time he gets up and talks, the stock market just skyrockets back up. So there's nothing really to worry about here with that.
It's Elon Musk. He posted first at 4:15 a.m. Eastern Time. In fact, he posted and reposted about this bill more than 70 times before Trump even weighed in. More than 70 times. Trump followed Musk in a major way. 12 hours later, just moments ago, After those 70 posts from Elon, Trump said in a statement, Republicans must get smart and tough. If Democrats threaten to shut down the government unless we give them everything they want, then call their bluff. He went on to say this chaos would not be happening if we had a real president.
Yeah.
We will in 32 days.
So this is CNN now trying to drive a wedge between Trump and Musk by trying to make it look like Trump's following his lead. No, this is actually in the wheelhouse of Musk. You know, he's supposed to be stopping all the waste and overspending. So it's no wonder that Elon was the one that found the criminal spending bills that they've been trying to get passed. So good for Elon and good for Trump. You know, this is what's supposed to happen. Trump can't keep his eye on all this stuff, so that's why Elon's there. Why don't you cry me a river?
Well, of course, whatever you think of the bill itself and the ugliness of government,
whatever you think of all of the crime and all the ugliness, let's ignore that. She just says that and then goes, let's just put that aside for a moment and concentrate on this. No, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and bring that back because the American people have been wanting to have that conversation for decades. We're sick and tired of it. So let's not whatever we think about it. Let's go ahead and break it down and stop paying these people.
It's a fair conversation. Nonetheless, there are laws and there are rules and there is a deadline for a spending bill. And the reason that there is this sudden chaos is because of Musk and his last minute move to undermine Johnson.
Good.
And again, we should note it is Trump and Musk, not Democrats or House Republicans, who are threatening the shutdown by killing the bill. Yeah. And we've seen.
Yes, we know that. Because there's also snake Republicans in there. Of course they want that bill to pass because it gives them all a raise. Now, the people who are willing to vote against that bill, forego a raise, those are the people I want there, okay? Those are the people willing to sacrifice, to go without, so that the American people can actually win something once. So you telling us this nonsense about, the Republicans, some of the Republicans aren't on Trump's side either, or Elon's side either. Good. They're exposing themselves and letting us know which Republicans we need to get rid of. Thanks. It's this is called 4D chess. Trump and Elon, that's the dream team, guys. See what's going to happen.
Musk's influence on Trump take hold right before our eyes, right? Smack in the middle of Trump and his running mate at the high-profile Army-Navy. I mean, it's almost like an AI image and someone keeps plastering him in the middle, except for this is actually real photos. Good. And don't forget, Trump and Musk were together. Musk joined the family photo for Trump on the election night victory. Trump's granddaughter posted a photo with him, calling him an uncle. He was even seated right next to Trump at Thanksgiving dinner, swaying to the YMCA song. But tonight, some of these images, which then seemed funny, take on a more somber tone as the clock clicks down to a shutdown. And Speaker Mike Johnson, who was...
By the way, guys, really quick, let me just say something. They will tell you over and over again, the government's going to shut down. The air traffic controllers aren't going to work. The airplanes are going to crash into each other. This is all lies, okay? So the essential parts of the government continue functioning, which means all essential personnel continue to function. When they shut the government down, you know who gets out, who doesn't get paid? Are all the pencil-pushing douche-knots. The people who are actually doing absolutely nothing that freaking matters, the people who are stealing our money, are the ones that stop getting paid. So, yes, screw those people, forget about them, and stop letting these people tell you, oh, no, the world's going to stop spinning if the government shuts down. No, it's not. Everything's going to be working just fine, and the pencil pushers are going to be out. That's the only thing that's going to happen.
Being responsible. As the Speaker of the House Republican, is running out of options. Let's get straight to Manu Raju on Capitol Hill. And Manu, a stunning turn of events. Elon Musk, 4:15 a.m. or whatever time zone he's on, he could have been even earlier in the night, posts, 70 posts go by, Trump weighs in, and wow, here we are. What are you hearing now?
Yeah, the United States Congress is in an absolute state of disarray in the aftermath of Donald Trump blowing up this carefully negotiated compromise to avoid a government shutdown by week's end. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, had spent weeks behind closed doors cutting a deal with Democratic leaders who control the Senate, who still control the White House, trying to come up with this deal to avoid a government shutdown. But Donald Trump coming in late in the aftermath of Elon Musk's opposition and saying not only should this bill not pass, but they should add the highly toxic issue of raising the national debt limit as part of it simply because he does not want to deal with the debt limit when he is president. That has added enormous complication to all of this. A lot of Republicans I spoke to tonight say that is simply not possible. It's unclear how this proceeds. This all comes as Johnson is facing significant pushback, particularly as he tries to get the votes to become Speaker of the House come January 3rd. Some Republicans say his handling of this is a reason why they may not vote for him.
So you won't vote for him?
He does not have my vote.
That's another one you want to get out of there. Every one of these people, again, every one of these Republicans that talk about not voting for him or not trying to work with Trump or Musk, those are the ones that are letting you know that's a red flag popping up over their heads. Get those guys out of there. Primary them. And we know Musk can definitely do that. He's got enough money. Don't listen to people who are like, Musk doesn't have the authority. He doesn't need authority to do that, okay? The people, American citizens, have the authority to do that. And all we need is a little spark, initiation to do that. And once we primary these people, get them out of there, free to actually continue working for the people instead of having the people fund and pay these people's checks so they can go live in their mansions and be on their yachts and basically pretend like they're working and continue to screw us over. So, you know what? Super, super delighted that Trump and Musk are working together to do this. And I hope Musk pushes even harder. And believe me, I'm not the only one with this sentiment. When you go all over social media, everybody is siding with Musk. You know, the hashtag shut it down is trending because everybody wants to shut it down. Shut this thing down. I don't give a crap what happens to these people because they've been screwing the American people over for decades. All right? Screw them.
Will you change your mind?
It would take a Christmas miracle. We just won the elections. We have a mandate, and he's giving away the farm. He's turned this thing into a Christmas tree.
I'm wondering why we have control of Congress if we're not going to do what we say we're going to do.
Do you think the Speaker, given the way he's handled this, deserves to be reelected on January 3rd?
I think there's going to be debate on it. If we're not careful, we'll be having some serious debate.
Listen, we put Trump and Musk, Vivek, the team we put into the White House with a mandate to stop all the crap that's been happening this entire time. So again, they're doing exactly what they should be doing. Anyways, I just wanted to bring this to you and let you know the treachery that CNN is spinning and pushing. And by the way, it's not just CNN, CNBC, ABC, all the leftist outlets, which is like 95% of them out there. They're the ones pushing this. So it's not going to work. You know, we've worked way too hard to get to this point. There's no way we're going to let these clowns try to, push us out or try to bully us into, agreeing with their nonsense and allowing them to steal more money. Not going to happen. All right, guys, until the next one. And if you were informed or entertained by this video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel.